Hey YouTube, Island Homesteader here, and this is my first day into the tomato patch, or my raised bed, or raised buckets and pots up here anywhere where I grow my tomatoes on the deck. So I just wanted to take a look, show you what it looked like before. Here's all the old vines still on there, haven't done a thing with them since last year. Even have a pot full of petunias. Not sure where that came from. Must have something to do with the compost and the dirt that I put in them last year, but that sure is a pretty pot full of petunias. But all this is going to get ripped out and cleaned up, and like I said, just wanted to show you a before. Hey guys, Island Homesteader here again. It's been a couple of days since that first piece of the video where I showed you the tomato pots before I got them cleaned. Here they are now, all cleaned out and refilled with new potting mix. And I'm not going to tell you what it is. There's the bag. You can probably figure it out. I'm afraid to say it because I know I'll have people hating on me for using the brand that I did, but it's what I had available, and it's a good potting mix, and that's what I wanted to go with this year, was a potting mix, because last year that mix I had in there, I had too much compost in it, and it wouldn't take the water back up out of the tray. It wouldn't wick it back up out of the tray. It just sat there. So I don't think I'm going to have a problem with that this year. We had a really heavy rain yesterday, so that's why there's water standing in these trays over here. I just filled these over here. I got tomato plants to put in them, and as soon as I get them planted, I'll tell you what the varieties of tomato plants are. The only thing I'll have up here this year that's not a tomato is this one right here, and this is my first addition to what will someday be in my orchard. This is a fig tree that my neighbor across the street, she rooted that cutting for me last year, and I'm not really sure exactly what kind of fig it is. She isn't either. It's just some kind of a hybrid fig, she said when she bought it. It's not a real brown fig, it's more like a white fig. The only thing I know is that it is super sweet. When those figs ripen up, it's like eating candy. So that's that'll be my first fruit tree. But anyway, I'm going to get these things planted, and then I'll go over it and let you know what the varieties are. Alright, I thought I'd show you real quick. There they are sitting in a pot, and I do trim all the branches off except for just those ones up there to the top, and I'm going to bury them in those pots down as deep as I can, just leave the top sticking out. So I do the real deep bury method. So there's how I plant them. Alright, here are all the pots that are going to be up here on the deck this year. Planted out. One pot over there is got to take out. I'm not going to use this year. I got to go down and dig through my drip irrigation stuff and find a goof plug to fill that up. But let's see. I don't know if you can read that. There you go. That one is Homestead, and this one is Homestead. As soon as it focuses, there you go. Almost everything up here is an heirloom this year. There's only really one exception, and these two Homestead, I didn't read the tag. I didn't realize they were determinate. I thought everything I had up here was indeterminate, but that's okay. I've heard a lot about Homestead, so I wanted to try them. I saw them and wanted to give them a try. Got the drippers going. Get everything good watering in. And you'll notice I've taken all the cages off this year. I'm going to do something different this year. I'm going to build a trellis up behind this row and up behind this row from the eave up there down to the deck, with some of that 6-inch square polyethylene crop knitting that I used last year on my corn, that I used horizontally on the corn. I'm just going to put some 2x4s up, screw them right into the deck, and use that, and then I'll just run these tomato plants up the trellis. So the next two in line, well, here, I'll just take this one out, are, as soon as it'll focus, is Mortgage Lifter. I don't know if you can read that or not, but both of these are mortgage lifters. Never grown them, never grown homesteads before, never grown mortgage lifters before. This one is Black Prince, another heirloom that I've never grown. A lot of stuff I've never grown before, so this one is German Johnson, another one that I've never grown. Here again is that fig. Just give you a better look at it. It's a 1-year-old cutting, and I think it's doing pretty good. It overwintered right out here in the pot. Never took it inside. I just left it in its little 4-inch pot that she rooted it in, and I just kind of healed it in one of these pots and just let it overwinter, and it did great. So let's see, the next one is Golden Jubilee, another heirloom indeterminate, and at least I think it's an heirloom. You know what, this one's not. There's another one of my non-heirlooms. Okay, so there's 2 up here that are not heirlooms, and here's one of them. And I like yellow tomatoes, so I thought I'd give it a try. Cherokee Purple. I have actually grown this one before, and I liked it. So when I saw it, I thought I'd get another one. And then these 2 are both, probably can't, there we go, red beefsteak. This one and this one are both red beefsteak. I actually bought those accidentally. I thought I was getting Brandywine. I wasn't paying that much attention when I read the tags. I saw beefsteak and read Brandywine, but that's okay. I like the Brandywines too, but we'll do beefsteak this year. And then the other one that's not a hybrid or not a heirloom this year is this Juliet tomato. It's one of the grape cherry tomatoes, and that's all we need is one cherry tomato plant up here. It'll do all the cherry tomatoes we want for fresh eating. So again, there are this year's tomato plants potted out. Pots aren't real full. This potting mix is really settled down, so as these things grow up and we trim the bottom branches off even more, I'll probably top these buckets and planters up with some more potted mix. I have another bag down there I got just for that, so I'll be topping these off as they go. Alright, so there you go. There's a look at this year's tomatoes up on the deck. Thank you guys for watching. And I also did want to mention that I did find some Rutgers. I had mentioned it in one of the previous videos that I wanted to get some of those to put out in the ground out there at the end of that 2-foot wide bed, and it kind of surprised me because I've never seen Rutgers down here before for sale that I can think of. I remember Bobby mentioned them in a video. MHP Gardner, he mentioned them in a video last year and talked about how good they were, what a good producer they were, and so I wanted to try them. Mentioned them, and I also want to thank Homestead and Rental. They sent me a very nice message to let me know if I couldn't find any that they had some seed, and they were more than happy to send me some seeds. But thanks you guys for the offer. I did find some plants. I really wanted 6. They only had 5 at Ace Hardware. I grabbed all 5 of them as soon as I saw them. I am going to go back and check. The truck comes every Thursday, so I'll go back and check this week on Thursday and see if anybody got just one more in. It's about a 12-foot stretch out there, and that would be one plant for every 2 feet, which I think is just right. So I'm hoping to get one more, but if not, we'll just go with these 5 and see what we can grow out of them this year to can. But I did want to show these, and that will be the end of my first tomato update for 2013. Alright you guys, thanks for watching again. God bless.